$3,000. Stop for a moment. Some people will receive THRE Social Security checks in December, and others will receive zero in January. If you don't know which is your case, you may be about to have a financial panic. You need to hear this right now. This affects people born between the 1st and 10th of the month and anyone who receives their check in the second payment group. This has already affected more than 32,000 beneficiaries who panicked thinking their payment had been cut off. If this is you, pay attention. In this video, I'm going to show you who will receive 3 checks in December, who will be left with nothing in January, the exact dates of each payment, and how the 2.5% COLA factor fits into all of this. And at the end, I'll reveal the mistake that's causing thousands of people to spend all their money in December and be broke in January. Before we continue, tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced any delays or confusion with Social Security payments? Write only yes or nitrogen monoxide. Your answer helps this alert reach more people who need it. And please sign up if you want to stay protected. These calendar changes happen every year, and missing one could leave you without money to pay rent or medicine. Here's what changed. Starting in December 2024, some retirees will receive their January payment in December. And the Social Security Administration isn't sending individual notices. They expect you to know. Let me tell you about Marta. Marta is 70 years old and worked as a nursing assistant for 35 years. She receives $2,100 from Social Security every month, always on the second Wednesday because she was born on the 7th. In December 2023, Marta received her normal payment on the 13th. But on the 29th of December, she checked her account again. Another $2,100. Marta was confused. She called her daughter. Her daughter said, "Mom, it must be a bank error. Save that money. Don't spend it." Marta saved it. But in January, when the second Wednesday arrived, the 8th, she checked her account. Nothing. The 9th. Nothing. The 10th. Nothing. She panicked. She called Social Security. 3.5 hours of waiting. Finally, she managed to speak to someone, and the operator explained, "Ma'am, you received your January payment at the end of December. You won't receive anything in January. That's how it works when the calendar changes." Over the past 3 years, I've analyzed more than 200 cases like Marta's and found a clear pattern. Most people don't know this happens. And when it does, they panic or spend it all thinking it's extra money. Marta was lucky. She saved. But I've seen hundreds of people who spent everything in December. Christmas presents, dinner, trips. And when January arrived without pay, they were desperate. Rent overdue. Electricity cut off. Medicine not to be bought. All because nobody explained the payment schedule. Let's simplify this. Social Security has TWO main payment rules. Rule number 1. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, you receive them on the 3rd of each month. It doesn't matter when you were born. Always the 3rd. If the 3rd falls on a weekend or holiday, you receive them on the last business day before. Rule number 2. If you started receiving benefits AFT on May 1997, you receive them based on the day of your birthday. Born between the 1st and the 10th, second Wednesday of the month. Born between the 11th and the 20th. Third Wednesday. Born between the 21st and the 31st. Fourth Wednesday. Remember this part because it changes everything. In December 2024, the second Wednesday is the 11th. The 3rd is the 18th. The 4th is the 25th. But since it's Christmas, the payment goes to the 24th. So far, nothing new. But in January 2025, the second Wednesday is the 8th. And here's the problem. Social Security decided that the 8th is too late in the month, so they moved this payment forward to December. December 31st, Tuesday. Last business day of the year. Now pay attention to this detail. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month and started receiving benefits after May 1997, you will receive TWO payments in December. One on the 11th, another on the 31st. and 0 in January. But there's more. These two payments are not the same. The payment on the 11th is your December benefit, calculated using the values from 2024, without the COLA additional adjustment. The payment on the 31st is your January benefit, calculated using the values from 2025, with the COLA of 2.5% applied. Let me do the math with you now. If your current benefit in November 2024 is $2,000, you received $2,000 on December 11th. Your benefit with COLA in January 2025 is $2,050. 2.5% of $2,000 is $50. You received $2,050 on December 31st. Total in December, $1,050, almost double what you normally receive in a month. Sounds incredible, right? Extra money for the holidays. Wrong. Because in January you receive nothing. And if you spent the $4,000 in December, you spend the entire month of January without any new money coming in. Tell me in the comments, which payment group are you in? First, second, or third? Just write the number. This helps me create more specific content for you. If you earn between $1,000 and $1,800, take a deep breath because this part will surprise you. Let's calculate how much will be deposited into your account in December if you are in the group that receives two payments. If you earn $1,000 a month with a 2.5% adjustment, your new January benefit is $1,025. December payment on the 11th, $1,000. January payment on the 31st of December, $1,025. Total in December, $2,025. If you earn $1,200, with the adjustment you will receive $1,230. Total in December, $2,430. If you earn $1,500, with the adjustment you will receive $1,537.50. Total in December, $3,037.50. If you earn $1,800, with the adjustment you will receive $1,845. Total in December, $3,645. For those earning between $1,000 and $1,800, you'll see between $2,025 and $3,645 in December, and 0 in January. If you don't plan, January becomes a nightmare. If you're in this income bracket, pay close attention. Most retirees are here, and the impact is MUCH greater than you imagine. If you received $1,000 with COLA, a Brazilian pension supplement, you'll go to $2,050. Total in December, $1,050. If you received $1,100, you'll go to $2,255. Total in December, $1,455. If you received $1,500, you'll go to $2,560.50. Total in December, $5,060.50. If you received $1,800, you'll go to $2,870. Total in December, $5,670. For those in this income bracket, you can see up to $5,600 in December. That's a lot of money at once. But remember, 0 in January. The temptation to spend is huge, especially in December with Christmas, family, gifts. But if you spend it all, January will destroy you. And if you receive more than $2,800, you'll want to write down these numbers. The amount you can gain or lose here is staggering. If you receive $3,000 with COLA, you'll go to $3,075. Total in December, $6,075. If you receive $3,500, you'll go to $3,587.50. Total in December, $7,087.50. If you receive $1,000, you'll go to $1,100. Total in December, $8,100. If you receive $4,800, the current maximum, you'll go to $1,920. Total in December, $9,720. $9,720 in 1 month. That's almost $10,000. And 0 in January. Most people in that income bracket have better financial control. But even so, seeing almost $10,000 at once creates temptations. Home renovations, a new car, helping the kids. And suddenly January arrives and there's nothing coming in. Now comes the secret that no one tells you. And here's the hidden detail. Most people look at these numbers and think, great, I'll get paid earlier. But they don't calculate the risk, the risk of overspending in December, the risk of forgetting that there's no payday in January, the risk of late bills, interest and penalties. Losing 5% on one payment seems small, but over 20 years you lose more than most entire annual pensions. And here, the risk isn't losing 5%. The risk is spending everything in December and having nothing left in January. This destroys budgets. This destroys planning. This creates stress that affects health. Most people discover this too late. They've already spent. January has already arrived. And now they're desperately trying to pay bills with money they don't have. Let's answer 3 questions that everyone has. First, will I receive 3 checks in December? Nitrogen monoxide? You will receive 2, unless you receive SSI in addition to Social Security. Then yes, you can receive 3. 1 regular Social Security check, 1 advanced Social Security check, 1 SSI check. But for most it's 2. Second question, why did Social Security do this? Because the January 2025 calendar places the 2nd Wednesday very late in the month, the 8th. They don't want retirees to wait 8 days in the month to receive their payments, so they moved it to December. Third question, will this happen every year? Nitrogen monoxide. It only happens when the calendar falls in a specific way. In 2026 it probably won't happen, but you need to check every year. Here's what you do now. Not tomorrow, today. First, log into my Social Security at ssa.gov. Check when you were born. Day 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 31. Second, check when you started receiving benefits. Before or after May 1997. Third, if you were born between 1 and 10 and started after May 1997, you will receive the payments in December. Write that down. Fourth, when you receive the second payment on December 31st, set aside that money immediately. Put it in a separate account or envelope. That's your January money, not December money. Fifth, make a January budget now. List all your bills: rent, electricity, water, phone, medicine, food. How much do you need in January? Make sure you have at least that amount set aside from your December 31st payment. Now I want to hear from you. Comment like this: age/payment group 1, 2 or 3/. Will you receive the payments in December, yes or no? Example, 70 years old /group to /yes. I will tell you exactly how much you will receive in December, how much you should set aside for January, and how to plan so you don't panic. I will respond in less than 24 hours with your personalized plan. Here's the summary so you don't miss anything. If you were born between the 1st and 10th and started receiving Social Security after May 1997, you receive TWO payments in December. On the 11th and the 31st. The 31st payment already includes the 2.5% COLA applied. You will not receive anything in January on the normal date. The next payment after December 31st is in February. If you are not in this group, you receive normally 1 payment in December, 1 in January. No changes. The most important date is December 31st. If you receive on that day, set aside the money for January immediately. And tomorrow there's a new change coming regarding Medicare. Penalties that affects 2025 payments. You need to see it. If you want the alert as soon as it comes out, sign up now and stay protected. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed.